Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Mind Room podcast, where real people have real conversation about a struggle we usually hide. I am your host, Dr. David Rexolgen. Today's conversation is about a subject that affects every relationship we will ever have. That is trust. Before we begin, let me ask you one simple question. Who taught you not to trust people? I need you to think about that for a moment. Because the truth is, none of us were born suspicious. A baby naturally trusts the arms that carry them. A child believes the words of a loving parent. A young person believes the promise of a friend. Trust is a natural starting point. And distrust is something we learn over time. Either someone lied, someone betrayed us, someone cheated, someone abandoned us, and someone broke a promise. Or maybe someone used our kindness against us without realizing it. Many of us are guilty, and quietly we made a decision. I will never let anyone hurt me again. I will never trust like that again. I will protect myself at all costs. Can you relate to this? If you can, you are not alone. As a mental health expert, a counselor, a pastor, and father, I have discovered something real important. Trust issues are really about trust itself. They are usually about unhealed emotional pain. People don't struggle because they cannot trust. They struggle because they are afraid of being hurt again and again. Can I tell you a story? This is about someone I will call Natasha. That isn't her real name, but her story is so real. Natasha was very intelligent, a successful young woman, active in church, and surrounded by good friends. To everyone around her, she looked very happy. But inside her, she carried a broken heart. She had been engaged to the man she believed she would marry for life. They both planned their future together. Their families had met. The wedding plans had begun. Then one afternoon, she discovered he had been living a double life all this while. Then everything changed. The relationship ended, but something else ended too. Her ability to trust again. Months later, Natasha met another man. He was kind, patient, very respectful, and honest. Yet every time this man said, "You can trust me," her mind will whisper again. That's what the last person said. During one counseling session, Natasha looked at me and said, "Dr. Orjan, how do I stop punishing good people for someone else's mistake?" That question has stayed with me because Natasha isn't alone. I've heard it from husbands, from wives, from university students, from business leaders, even from pastors, from children whose parents broke their trust. Perhaps today that question belongs to you. Now, what is trust? Let's get into that. Understanding trust from a psychological perspective. Trust is the confidence that another person is honest, reliable, safe, and consistent. Trust allows us to become emotionally vulnerable without constantly fearing or rejecting or even betrayal. Think about your closest friend, Ajua. Why do you trust Ajua? Not because they once said, trust me. You trust them because over time, their actions consistently match their words. Trust isn't built by promises. Trust is built by consistent behavior pattern. I've often said, trust is built in drops but lost in buckets. Years of honesty can be damaged by one betrayal. That's why rebuilding trust takes time. Trust grows slowly. Fear grows quickly. Now the question is, why does betrayal hurt so much? Many people ask me, Dr. Orjan, why can't I just move on? Because betrayal doesn't only break your heart, it shakes your emotional security. When trust is broken, your brain immediately begins protecting you. Just as your body pulls away from a hot stove after being burned, your mind pulls away from situations that remind it of previous pain. Your brain quietly says, be careful, be careful, be careful. Don't trust too much. Don't get too close. The problem is that what begins as protection can slowly become isolation. The walls we build to keep pain out often keep love, friendship, peace, and healing out as well. Now, why some people struggle to trust? Trust begins long before adulthood. It begins in childhood. A child who grows up with love, consistency, and emotional safety often develops confidence that relationship can be trusted. But a child who experiences rejection, neglect, abuse, constant criticism, or broken promises may grow up believing something very different. I need you to know, people leave, people disappoint you. You must protect yourself. Psychologists refer to this as attachment. Our earliest relationship often become the blueprint for future relationships. This doesn't mean your future is determined by your past. It simply means that unhealed experiences can influence how you see people today. Then life adds more experiences. A friendship ends unexpectedly. A romantic relationship ends in betrayal. A business partner becomes dishonest. Someone you admire disappoints you. Each experience adds another layer of emotional protection. Eventually, some people stop asking, can I trust this person? Instead, they begin believing nobody can be trusted. That belief is understandable, but it is also very dangerous. One person's betrayal should never become everyone else's sentence. Now, pain changes the way we see people. Pain has a way of becoming a lens. Imagine wearing dark glasses. Everything you see appears darker than it really is. Emotional pain works the same way. Someone forgets to return your call. You assume they are rejecting you. Someone offers constructive feedback. You assume they are criticizing you. Someone says they love you. You wonder what they really want. Often, we are not reacting to today's situation, but we are reacting to yesterday's wounds. A friend disappointed me. What can I believe anymore? Is it not one of those lies? But one of the greatest lessons I have learned in counseling is this: unhealed wounds often speaks louder than our present reality. Yes, that is so true. Now, let's reflect on these. Before we continue, I want you to ask yourself, yes, I want you to ask yourself 3 honest questions. Who hurt me? What lessons did I learn from that experience? Did that experience make me wiser, or it simply make me more afraid? There is a difference. Pain will teach you wisdom. Oh, trust me, pain should be the best teacher to teach you wisdom. It should not imprison your future, because your future is so bright and you should not live in that box. Because if we never heal, we end up punishing good people for wounds they never cause. Give that man a chance. Give that lady a chance. Learn to trust your husband again. And learn to trust your wife again. Because we are all not perfect. And that is unfair to them when you don't give them the chance again. More importantly, it keeps us from expressing the healthy relationship we deserve. In the next part of our conversation, we are going to explore how trust can be rebuilt, how forgiveness differs from trust, why healthy boundaries matters, and practical steps that move us from emotional protection to emotional healing. Now let me ask, can trust be rebuilt? Yes. We've discovered that trust issues are usually not about trust itself. They are about emotional pain that has never fully healed. Now let's answer the questions many people ask me during counseling. Dr. Orjan, can trust really be rebuilt? My answer is yes. Not overnight. Not by pretending the pain never happened, but through healing, wisdom, and intentional choices. I've had the privilege of walking with people who believed they would never trust again. But yet, with time, support, and healing, they rebuilt healthy marriages, friendships, and families. For healing is possible. But it begins with changing how we think about trust. One of the biggest misconceptions is that forgiveness and trust are the same thing. But hear me, they are not. Forgiveness is something you choose. Trust is something another person earns. Forgiveness releases you from bitterness. Trust is built through consistent honesty, integrity, and responsible behavior. I often say forgiveness opens the door of healing, but trust walks through that door one step after the other. So then, don't feel guilty if you have forgiven someone, but still need time before trusting them again. Healing has its natural process. Now, let's deal with this: walls or boundaries. Let me ask you another question. After you've been hurt, what did you build? A wall or a boundary? There's a difference between walls and boundaries. The wall says, nobody gets close to me again. Boundaries says, healthy people are welcome, but unhealthy behavior is not. Walls of isolation. Boundaries protect. Walls are built from fear. Boundaries are built from wisdom. Healthy people don't stop loving. They simply learn to love wisely. Friend, remember this. Protecting your heart is not the same as closing your heart. Now, let me give you 5 steps to rebuild trust again. If you are struggling with trust today, let me share 5 practical ways. First, acknowledge your pain. Healing begins with honesty. Don't pretend you are okay when you are not. Pain that is ignored doesn't disappear. It simply hides beneath the surface. Second, separate your past from your present. Not everyone is the person who hurt you. Don't make today's relationship pay for yesterday's mistakes. Give people the opportunity to show you who they truly are. Third, watch actions more than words. Promises are easily made. Character is revealed through consistent actions. Trust people whose words and behavior agree over time. Fourth, establish healthy boundaries. For healthy boundaries protect your peace without destroying your relationships. They allow you to love others without losing yourself. Fifth, don't heal alone. For healing often requires support. Talk to a counselor, someone like me, a trusted mentor, a mature friend, a pastor. There is strength in seeking help, friend. Asking for help is not weakness, it is wisdom. Now, let me put in perspective a biblical way. Permit me to speak as a pastor for a moment. One of my favorite verses is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The scripture says, guard your heart. It doesn't say close your heart. God never asks us to become bitter. He asks us to become wise. Jesus forgave people freely, yet he also understood human nature. Faith does not ignore wisdom. Faith and wisdom always work together. Forgiveness does not always mean immediate reconciliation. Healthy trust is rebuilt over time. Now, let me speak from the Father's heart. Before we close, I'll speak to you as a father. Some of you have been hurt by people you loved. Some trusted a friend who betrayed you. Some trusted a relationship that ended painful. Some trusted family members who disappointed you. Some have been carrying those wounds for years. Please hear me. Don't allow one painful chapter to become the title of your entire story. One betrayal does not mean everyone will betray you. One disappointment does not mean your future relationship will fail. There are still honest people out there. There are still loyal friends out there. There are still faithful husbands and wives out there. There are still trusted leaders out there. And most importantly, there is still hope. Now, this is your weekly challenge. I want you to spend 10 quiet minutes answering these questions. Number one, who hurt me? What did that experience teach me? Am I living from wisdom or from fear? Then write one final sentence. I choose healing over hiding. Healing doesn't happen because time passes. Healing happens because we intentionally deal with our pain. My final thought is, as we close, I want to leave you with 4 truths. First, being hurt is part of life. Remaining wounded forever doesn't have to be. Second, trust wisely, not blindly. For healthy trust grows slowly. Third, protect your heart without imprisoning it. Healthy boundaries protect relationships. For walls, prevent them. My final word, never lose hope. One broken relationship cannot define your identity. One betrayal cannot cancel God's purpose from your life. One painful experience should never steal the joy of your future. I want you to remember one sentence. Above everything else we've discussed today, trust issues are real about trust. They are about unhealed emotional pain. Heal the pain, and you begin to heal your ability to trust wisely. Again, in closing, thank you for choosing me today on the Mind Room podcast. If this episode encouraged you, like it, share it, subscribe it with someone who may be struggling with trust after disappointment or betrayal. Let's continue creating conversation that heals minds, strengthen relationship, and restore hope. I am Dr. David Rex Organ. Remember, your past may explain your pain, but it does not have to determine your future. Take care of your mind. Guard your heart with wisdom. Choose healing over fear, and never stop believing that healthy relationships are still possible. May God bless you. And I will see you in our next episode of The Mind Room. Thank you.